Hey yo, like if eyes can change and yous can change, then maybe we can all change.
Well, thanks, Rocky, yeah. And in fact, that's exactly what happened in this video. Big Boa changed into Big Joa. So this is my Big Joa GI Joe Classified custom. He's based on Big Joa, of course. I must say a big thanks to Andy from TAKTAK Toys, who gifted me a Big Joa at MCM Comic Con. Very kind of you, Andy. Thanks very much for that in advance. But yeah, this is my GI Joe version of Big Boa. He's called Big Joa, obviously being a GI Joe character or a member of GI Joe. So, where Big Boa is a boxer, I decided to make Big Joa a wrestler. So as you can see here, this is him in his wrestling outfit. Now, the lore or the storyline I've sort of had in my head around this character is that Cobra invaded his hometown, where he was in a traveling circus or kind of, you know, traveling wrestler. He'd been a strongman in a traveling circus before. He was a wrestler, sort of traveling around, you know, the USA, and Cobra sort of attacked, and he decided to join GI Joe as a response. Well, welcome back to TAKTAK Toys. So, yeah, as I say, in this video we're going to look at Big Joa, and let's get on into it. And here you can see my Tiger Claw custom GI Joe Classified Ninja character, and this is how Big Boa started as Big Joa. As again, I say thanks to Andy from TAKTAK Toys. I didn't actually customize the one Andy gave me. I kept that in box, but this was a Big Boa that I bought as a spare. I have one opened up that I play with and is in my collection. This is a spare. This is how he began life as a custom. So if you watch the Tiger Claw video, you'll see him make an appearance here as Big Joa. Here is all the joints have been sanded down and prepped and ready for Big Joa. As you'll see later, this video is not for kids, and here's Big Joa battling some Cobra forces. Now, have a look at GI Joe Classified June or Yojo June, because a Cobra Trooper looks like it's on the cards, retro card in particular. So yeah, here's Big Joa in the, sort of my diorama. Again, like I say, he's basically, I wanted to make a wrestler. That came to me as I was making the custom, the idea of making a wrestler, hence why he's not wearing boxing gloves. As you can see, his leotard on his, you know, his trousers or his leotard have that kind of wrestler look. He looks like he'd sort of come from the era of Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior or any of these kind of, I know there's different eras in wrestling. I know the Attitude Era, I believe, is the 90s, unless I'm getting it wrong, but he looked like an 80s wrestler essentially, let's say that. So yeah, my lore is that kind of, you know, he was into wrestling, he was traveling around, Cobra attacked his hometown, kind of, you know, attacked his family, so he decided to join GI Joe, and he often sort of comes into conflict with Big Boa, Crocmaster, and some of the other larger Cobra operatives. So yeah, this is Big Joa. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and yo Joe! And again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. So let's have a look first off what Big Joa comes with. So I think we're going to do that anyway. We're going to do that soon enough, but yeah, here he is. We're probably going to have a look at what he comes with. So essentially what he comes with is everything that Big Boa comes with. Yeah, here we go. So this is the unmasked head. Now I wanted to give him like a wrestler's kind of look. You know how those wrestlers have sort of face makeup sometimes? Particularly 80s wrestlers, so that's what I wanted to do. So here we go. So this is the unmasked head, as you can see here, fully repainted. Everything's been repainted on Big Joa. So the way I do it is, if you saw the start of the video where he's with Tiger Claw, all the joints were prepped, he looked like Big Boa, and then you just prime it, sand it down, prime it, and paint it. Now here's his boxing gloves. He does come with a pair of blue boxing gloves, so you can switch him from being a wrestler to a boxer, and there you go. I will put one of these in later at the end of this sort of accessories section of the video, so you can see what he looks like with boxing gloves. Here's his weights that he comes with. They've been painted purple just for something different. So yeah, it would be nice if Big Boa, the Big Boa character, if they do a re-release on a retro card or something like that, if he comes with a punching bag, or maybe a kangaroo, because there was a Brazilian version called Kangor, where he came with a kangaroo. Anyway, that's the weights he comes with. So he basically comes with Big Boa's accessories, as you can see here. Yeah, but they've all been repainted. Basically, everything's been repainted. So let's have a look at the articulation. So first off, let's look at the helmet. Helmet can look up and down, just same as Big Boa, and you can do a 360 if you want to break his neck, basically. You can do a 360 degrees and snap his neck, yeah. But there you go. Arms go out to a T-pose, as you can see there. There you go. Butterfly joints, which are pretty good, pretty decent, I think. Yeah. You've got double jointed elbows, there you go, so you can see that. You've got full 360 degree wrist rotation, so there you go. I was being a bit gentle with the wrist there, just in case, because you never know, I don't want it to snap or anything, but it should be fine, and everything's been prepped. Yeah, again, another butterfly joint, arm goes out to a T-pose, double jointed elbow, and yeah, full wrist rotation. So basically all the articulation you could expect on a GI Joe Classified custom or character, I should say, GI Joe Classified figure. Sorry, excuse me, there's my words, GI Joe Classified figure. So you got full shoulder rotation. Now the ab crunch was a little stiff. I had to sort of work it a little bit. That's just the sealant that I use, the Mod Podge that I use at the end. Sometimes that does happen. So as you can see, there's a waist crunch. You have got an ab joint. It will come free because I do sort of have it come free at the end. You've got thigh cuts, which are, you know, all working good there. You've got double, yep, there you go, these are thigh cuts. Sometimes areas like that can freeze when you use the Mod Podge, but I use very liberal with the Mod Podge. You've got double jointed knees. Again, the double jointed knees are a little bit stiff, so they may just need to be worked a bit, but yeah, it's all fine. It's not on the figure, it's just when as opposed to my custom, it's a process of my custom work. So you've got boot cuts, and then you got ankle rockers, so there you go. So yeah, all the standard articulation you'd expect on a GI Joe Classified figure. I do plan to get a few more big boas and customize them into all sorts of other GI Joe themed big Joas and that kind of thing, maybe give an army. There you go. So as you can see, the ab crunch, you just need a bit of cracking, and it's working fine. So there you go. Sometimes that can happen with customs. If you leave them on the shelf for a while, they can sort of stiffen a little bit, and then you just need to work the joints just to kind of free everything up slightly. And if it doesn't, obviously you can get some hot hair dryer, just give it a quick run through, but you don't really need to. If you, I mean, you know, as long as you apply everything correctly. I mean, the key thing with customizing, you just prep all the joints, you prime the figure, you then paint the figure, and then you seal it. You don't have to seal it, but I like to do that just to protect the paints. I'm very liberal with the sealing. I add lots of water to the Mod Podge to avoid anything becoming too stiff. Sometimes a few joints here and there become stiff, but you just work them, that's all. So yeah, this is Big Joa, who's essentially a wrestler, like I say, who's on the side of GI Joe. So and now let's show you what it looks like with the gloves on. So I'll just work out the, you know, just slightly work out that hand. There you go, and pop in one of his blue gloves. So he's gone from wrestling sort of hands to yeah, boxing glove hands. So there we go. Yeah, so you can see what he looks like with a boxing glove on. And we'll remove the helmet and give him his unmasked head. I prefer the helmeted look. I'm not really going to be using the unmasked head on either Big Joa or Big Boa. So there you go. That's what it looks like with the unmasked head. So again, he's got a wrestling look, but you could put boxing gloves on him. He could be sort of, you know, a wrestler who's impersonating a boxer. They do have those kind of things, you know, in wrestling back in the 80s and stuff. There was all flamboyant characters. So yeah, but I'll be displaying it with the helmeted head. And again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. So I think we're going to get into some comparisons. Probably, yeah, here we go. Here's Flint. This is Tiger Force Flint. Just get him standing upright. So there we go. So as you can see, these are two GI Joe Classified figures, both from the same line, and they compare really nicely. I really like Tiger Force Flint. I'm sure down the line somewhere we're going to get a retro carded Flint. I don't know if it'll be part of Yojo June, which at the time of this video is imminent. So the first live stream is going to be on the 4th of June, which is next week at the time of this video. But yeah, I'm sure we're going to get a retro carded Flint at some point. Yeah, so we'll just keep an eye out for that. But here's how the good guys stack up together. Now Big Joa is a good guy in my head. He's a member of GI Joe, so he faces off against, like I say, the enemy forces of Cobra. I mean, why should Cobra have all the fun, right? Why should Cobra have all the sort of flamboyant characters? Why couldn't GI Joe have a few of those as well? So that's what I've decided to do. So yeah, that's how Flint looks next to, or Tiger Force Flint, I should say, next to Big Joa. Let's bring in another, I think, Snake Eyes. Yeah, so this is obviously the first version of Snake Eyes that was released way back in 2019 in Wave 1. He comes here with two Valaverse sort of silencer pistols. So yeah, so that's how Snake Eyes looks. I find this Snake Eyes a little bit thin personally. I do prefer the Commando Snake Eyes that comes with Timber in the 2-pack from GI Joe Classified. I mean, we've got so many Snake Eyes now. I've got the Mezco 112 Snake Eyes. I think that's an absolutely great figure. And actually, as I'm filming this today, I should be getting Mezco 112 Storm Shadow. At the time of this video, I should be getting it. Postman should be knocking later, and I should be getting that. Perhaps I'll do a video showcasing both Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes from Mezco 112. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is how the Snake Eyes, the GI Joe Classified first version, ninja version of Snake Eyes stacks up against Big Joa. So again, I would like them to sort of maybe redo this Snake Eyes, maybe on a larger mold, maybe like a GI Joe Resolute Snake Eyes, something like that. I'm sure we're going to get more though. I'm sure him and Roadblock are sort of the two staples of the line, aren't they? Let's go over to Marvel Legends here. We've got Marvel Legends Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, a slight kit bash. I've used the retro card Spider-Man head, one of the heads on this figure, but here you go. Here's a Marvel Legends stacked up against GI Joe Classified, and obviously both these lines are from Hasbro, so they're going to have the same articulation and they're going to scale quite well together. So if you want to do any toy photography or just posing on your shelf, if you basically want to mix Marvel Legends and GI Joe Classified on your shelves or in your toy photography, it's not going to be a problem. You're going to be able to do that quite easily. This is a pretty decent Marvel Legends Spider-Man. I mean, I'd say the best 6-inch Spider-Man has got to be the Mafex comic Spider-Man that they've released. That is hands down the best 6-inch Spider-Man in my opinion. Nothing even comes close. I'm sure there are slightly other versions that are as good. Let's move on now. We go to Destro. So this is Profit Director, or Pimp Daddy Destro as I like to call him as well. So again, we're just going back to GI Joe Classified and having a look at one of the villains here. Now, of course, we are rumoured with Yojo June to be maybe getting an Iron Grenadiers Destro. Whether we'll get that, I don't know if that'll be shown on the 4th of June. It may not. It may be shown later down the line in June. Obviously, we've got quite a few Iron Grenadiers coming in the first sort of pre-orders. We've got the Iron Grenadiers themselves and some Iron Grenadier bats. So it's only a matter of time before we get Iron Grenadier Destro. And he is heavily rumoured to come. But here's Profit Director Destro, who's quite a fun figure. I mean, all the sort of leopard skin prints on him and all that kind of thing just add to sort of his bling. And look, he looks really, really good. He did have a pair of sort of flashy sunglasses, but I decided to put those on Chuckles. That's kind of Chuckles' outfit. But yeah, here's Cobra facing off against Big Joa. So Profit Director Destro looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind Darklon. I believe his name's Darklon. He's the cousin of Destro at some point in the line. That'd be good. Let's move over to Spiro Toys and Animal Warriors The Kingdom. So this is Pale, who's the main character, the hero. The articulation on these are so good. And if you want to check out my video, I'll put a link to the comments below to these sort of figures. I'm going to try and get more this year. This came from a Kickstarter that I backed, I think, way back in 2021. But I will try and get some more this year, budget depending, to maybe either do a review on the channel or maybe might go into my top 10 because they're that good. I mean, if these were released in 2024, these would easily be in my top 10. I might give an honourable mention on my top 10 video, I don't know yet. With regard to these, the only reason they wouldn't be in my top 10 is because they weren't released this year. They were released a bit before that. I did get them this year, however, but if you've not checked Spiro Toys Animal Warriors The Kingdom out, I highly recommend them. They're really, really good figures. They're really fun and they're really poseable. They've got great articulation and they're really fun as well, which is a great combination. And apologies there, I just had to take a quick break because I've got hay fever, so I just need to sneeze. And let's go over to the Blob. Now this is a great figure. I think this was released in 2023. I managed to pick him up at MCN Comic Con from In Demand Toys. It was at a very good price. And this was probably one of the figures of the year in Marvel Legends. This and the Black Widow, I believe, last year. Who knows what could be figure of the year this year, Marvel Legends. There are a lot of good figures this year, particularly the 85 years selection of characters. They all look really good. I've seen those actually in hand at MCM Comic Con London, one of the first places, I think the first place in the world they were shown in hand. So they all do look really good. So again, those are going to be really good. But Blob is quite a fun figure, quite a big figure. I mean, he poses quite nicely for such a big figure. He's definitely a great update from, you know, the initial Blob we got from, I think it was Hasbro or Toy Biz, can't remember, but the initial Blob from way back when. Very, very solid offering. Love the expressive face he's got there. And let's move over to another comparison. Who we're going for? We're going for Rogue, okay? With the popularity of X-Men 97, let's have a look at Rogue. This is obviously not the X-Men 97 Rogue. This is kind of her in her, well, I'd call it Brotherhood of Mutants sort of outfit, but Outback X-Men, that's what it is, isn't it? It's Outback X-Men outfit. So again, a pinless Rogue, a really nice Rogue this is. I kind of missed out on the X-Men 97, just again because of my budget, the Marvel Legends, and I'm kind of kicking myself because they are really good figures and they're really hard to get now. Hopefully Hasbro will do a reissue of them. I can't see why they wouldn't, because it would be certainly a good idea. I know there's more waves coming, but they must have to have that idea to sort of maybe suddenly bring out a reissue because they're so popular. They've sold, you know, sold like hotcakes. But anyway, this is how Marvel Legends stacks up with GI Joe Classified. So if you do want to sort of have the two lines complementing each other, then you can do. So that's worth looking at there. And let's move her out of the way, and we'll go to, okay, Secret Empire Captain America. Now you can watch the review on my channel for Secret Empire Captain America if you want to. Again, he released in the UK before sort of the US and Canada, so we managed to get him here first. I got my copy from Hasbro Pulse, but of course he was available on In-Demand Toys first, and then I think he became available on Star Action Figures, probably still available there. A really solid figure. This is probably going to go into my top 10. You know, sort of no secret. This Secret Empire Captain America, no Secret Empire Captain America, I should say, is going to, you know, go into my top 10 of 2024. I really like it. Apart from the Ab Crunch, which is a little bit limited, I think it's an excellent figure, really, really good. Where it goes in at top 10 is the question, because there's so many good figures already, and we haven't even sort of got to the end of the year. I mean, Colin, doing top 10 videos now almost seems pointless because there's so many good figures out. You could do a top 572 sort of 2024 or whatever. But talking to Marvel Legends, for all the latest Marvel Legends reviews, news and live streams, you can check out Dan Who Reviews, check out Legends and Liquor, Turtles and Tea with Dan and Tanner, and of course with it being June, we've got Yojo June and me, Tom hopefully, and Dan. We'll all be talking GI Joe Classified reveals. You can check out Jay's Toy Collection UK, of course. We collaborated on a video for MCM London, that was really good. Feel free to check out Justin Collects as well. He does lots of reviews, so feel free to check him out. You can check out Miguel on the Wolfpack Toy Review, so feel free to check him out again for toy hunts in the California stateside area. Check out Robo Don't Know for all these excellent sort of weekly action figure news, very professional, and a lot of reviews. He recently did a review of the Iron Man Retro Wave. Feel free to check out AC Toy Design. You can of course check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. Feel free to check out Agent Z-Man, and again I'll put links to all these YouTube channels in the comments below, or if they're not in the comments below, feel free to check some of my previous videos. You can check out Big Will, Pictures and Plastic, and feel free to check out Why So Serious Toys, and you can of course check out Cypher Sigma. And who else we got going on here? I imagine it's Elson, my good friend Elson, who's up next. Let's have a look. It is! So you can check out Elson Official Music for pop song covers or music of his own design. Feel free to check him out. You can of course check out Photo Dave and Toy Pics for action figure toy photography tips and tricks. And feel free to check out Brian's action figure reviews for Action Figure Reviews in Ireland, so that's a good one to check out. And you can of course check out for all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more, Trevor the 1/6 Shooter, and feel free to check out Austin the Hero Collectors as well. And who else can you check out? Let's see, you can check out the 3POA podcast for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. So as I say, this is my Big Joa, and feel free to check out AC Toy Design just before I get on to anything else. Of course, Adam Crone and his Patreon if you like. So yo Joe. So as I say, this is my Big Boa cast. Here he is, in fact, fighting the forces of Cobra and dishing out some punishment to them. And if you want places to pick up action figures, particularly GI Joe Classified or anything else, you can check out Blue Owl Collectibles. Feel free to use my affiliate link in the comments below. As I say, a massive thanks to Andy from Kapow Toys. He gave me a Big Joa at MCM, so thanks Andy, and there's Kapow Toys, check them out. In Demand Toys, we're also at MCM London, May, you can check them out. And ones that are at MCM October is Comics and Cocktails, feel free to check them out. You can of course check out Gobsmack Comics. Feel free to check out Props and Replicas. Again, I'll try and put all these links in the comments below, but sometimes the time gets the best of me and I'm not able to. But if not, just check some of my previous videos. You can check out Star Action Figures for all things Action Force based. You can check out Valaverse.com for all your Action Force needs. Feel free to check out the whole shebang. And what else can we check out that's great? You can check out all the cool stuff as well. I'll put links to all these UK independent retailers and international ones in the comments below. And Emporium are cool, who do all high-end stuff like Mayfex, Mezco, SH Figure Arts, all that kind of good stuff. So that's my look at Big Joa. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you make customs in the comments below and if you collect GI Joe Classified. And until next time, just let me know. You'll enjoy this video and see you on the next one.